Hello everyone, my name is Nikita and today's date is 6th June 2024 and my topic name is what is constructor. A constructor is a special type of the member or the method which are also used to initialize the objects. A constructor is called when an object of the class is created. It can be used to set the initial values for the object attribute. In a Java, constructor is a block of the code similar to the method. It is called the instance of the class is created at the time of the calling. In the constructor memory for the object is allocated in the memory. In the For the creation of the Java constructor, there are having and following rules. First is and the constructor name should be same as its class name. Second is and the constructor does not have any explicit return type. In the third is and constructor cannot be abstract, final, or static or the synchronous. The following are the three type of the constructor. First is and the default constructor. A default constructor is called as the no argument constructor. Second is and the parameterized constructor, and third is and the copy constructor. In the first is and the default constructor. A default constructor is called as a default when it does not have any parameters. It is when so that's why it is called as default constructor. Second is and the syntax of the default constructor is and the class name parenthesis and the curly braces. The Java parameter is a constructor. A constructor which have any specific number of the parameters is when it is called as the parameterized constructor. Why use the parameterized constructor in Java? The parameterized constructor is used to provide the different values distinct the object. However, it can provide the some values also. The following are the example of the parameterized constructor. It have the created the constructor of the student class that have two parameters. We can have the number of parameters in the constructor. Java copy constructor. There is no copy constructor in Java. However, we can copy the values from one object to another object using the copy constructor like C++. In the constructor overloading in Java. In Java, a constructor is just like a method without return type. It is also an overloading like the Java methods. A constructor overloading in Java is a technique of the having more than one constructor with different number of parameters list. They are arranged in the way that each constructor perform and different tasks. They are differentiated by the compiler by the number of parameters of the list and their types. There are many ways to copy the values of one object to another object using the constructor. There are many ways to copy the values in the one object to another object. In the Java, there are following purpose in the constructor classes. The Java provides and the constructor classes which can be used to get the internal information of the constructor in the class. It is found in the java.lang.reflect packages. Apart from initialization, a constructor in Java can be also perform other tasks such as the calling the method, creation of the object, and starting a thread. There is and also a separate constructor classes in Java used to get the constructor internal information. A constructor is syntactically similar to the method, but there is and having differences between the two. Firstly, all through the return the current class instances. A constructor class the constructor does not have any explicit return type. The second is and it is invoked implicitly, whereas the method is not, however, similar to the method. There are a few rules for the creation of the constructor in the Java. In the Java constructor, the unique methods that are called upon the creation of an object in order to initialize it. In the the constructor is an order to initialize the object and instantiate the classes correctly. Take a Java course to become an expert in constructor and other important the Java concept. Other important in the Java concept, a constructor cannot be any of these: the static, synchronized, abstract, or the final. In the things to note that are also having the private, public, and protected access specifiers in the that control the object creation. Second is the no argument constructor. At the at the same at the name used in the no argument constructor do not have any arguments. or the parameters. If you initialize multiple object with a no argument constructor, all the one of the object values will be having the same. Syntax of the no argument constructor is and the class name parenthesis and curly braces. And the example of the no argument constructor is and the following. The no argument constructor creates a no argument constructor in the apple class, which will be invoked during the object creation. And that's all about the constructor and its types. Thank you.